everyone. So today I want to talk about progressions in minimalism and where minimalism can actually take you. So the reason, oh, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm in front of my kitchen sink right now, and you'll get to know why in a second. So minimalism for me and for you will start because of awareness. Whether you tap into your subconscious awareness or it's just conscious, it is starting with awareness. So the first thing, I know us women do this a lot, men maybe too, but for me, I walked into my closet and I was like, do I really need all this shit? I have not worn this for a year, 2 years. Like, do I really need all this stuff? And as you start to declutter, it becomes you start to feel uplifted, you feel less heavy. And what that is you are no longer as dense. So I talk about this a lot where on the earthly plane, we live in a very heavy, dense environment. And that's because of our ego. And that is because of our all of the experiences that we have that are negative in our subconscious mind that we need to deal with, and we deal with it with awareness, just coming into forgiveness and all of that stuff. But that makes us dense. So the automatic reaction to giving things away and opening up space in your home is you feel and you become less dense. So that feeling, if you've ever given things away and you feel like this, it's this heaviness lifted almost at first, it feels like it's from your chest. But as you keep doing this and giving things away, the heaviness, you become lighter from your feet up. That's the experience I've had. But that is you physically becoming less dense and connecting more with your aura and connecting the subconscious with the superconscious more. That's what that actually is. Okay, so I went off on a rant, but back to minimalism. So minimalism, mostly like us women, will start in our closet, we'll clear out our kids' closets, and then we will begin to look at our home and we'll just be like in the kitchen. The kitchen to me is always the last step to really, really living a true long life of being a minimalist. So for me, it was my closet, my child's clothing were actually a little bit easier because I have nieces and nephews that could wear his stuff and benefited from it. So I actually have to say I always gave Armand's stuff away. It was more like Armand's stuff and then my stuff. And then I went through office, like, I'm not using these supplies, I don't need them. The garage was easy to do. But what changed my life and my perspective in everything I do in becoming a minimalist was my kitchen. It's so weird, but it was literally giving away dishes or giving away, and not giving away dishes because I don't need them. So I no longer, over the years, I do not give away access anymore. Like access, I mean in abundance. Like I don't have 12 plates, 12 big plates, 12 small plates, 12 eating bowls. I don't live like that anymore. I began giving away because I was like, why do I have 12 plates? And if I do have company over, big shit, I'll buy the Dixie organic plates. Like, why do I really need this? It's me and my son. So I started giving away, well, I gave all the dishes away, and my new dishes that I literally have 4 plates, 4 small plates, 4 big plates, and 4 bowls. And that's it. So you really begin to examine, and then I went through my pots and pans. Why do I have 3 sets of different size pots? Do I need all of that? And that was hard because you think, oh, well, what if this or what if that? And I had to let that go because that's your ego trying to hold on. It's attachment. So I had to let that go and realize I don't need all of this. And I literally, if you look into my cupboard, I have one set of pots. They're Augustina pots, copper, one set. One fry pan, one big pot, one small pot, like one set. And that's what and then once you start doing that, like once I decluttered my kitchen and gave away things that I didn't want to give away, only because even though I hadn't used them in years, but I had attachment issues with them, you become less attached. So through minimalizing, you are doing so much more than just giving things away. If you become awareness of, that is, you've become less dense and more in touch with your soul right there. Or if you give away the extra pots that you don't really want to give away because they're actually really good quality and good brand, and you remember spending that money at Canadian Tire or the Bay, but you do it anyways, that decreases your attachment. So spiritually, there's much more going on when you're becoming a minimalist and giving things away. And as you grow in minimalism, you will see things different. For example, why am I at my kitchen sink? I want to show you my sponge. It looks small, right? Usually these sponges are really big. So what I do now, I cut my sponges in half. It's more comfortable to use when you're doing the dishes, and realistically, companies sell them that big, not because you need that big of a sponge to wash dishes, but because they want to sell more. They want to sell more product, right? And it's more, you begin to think, I don't need all that. How am I going to solve this problem? I just took a pair of scissors and I cut them in half. So that is growth in itself, because now I'm also saving money. That, I don't know, what, 12 bucks that I spent on a pack of these sponges at Costco, I get 24 out of them, and I'm comfortable using them. The next thing is, I used to use so much dishwashing soap, ridiculously. The dishes don't need, it's like using toothpaste. You know how you just put too much toothpaste on your toothbrush, but you don't need all that toothpaste? I was doing that with detergent. So I went and bought a little tiny mini one. And this little mini one keeps me from like just grabbing the thing, because I would just grab it and I would just put it on my sponge like every 5 seconds when I was doing dishes, until, because of the minimalism, I realized I'm wasting right now. This is not good that I am wasting product. It's going down the drain, even though, so I do my own organic one. So the reason it's kind of this color is because I mix my own in here. So I wasn't too concerned of what was going down the drain, the chemicals going down the drain, but I was extremely concerned about like the amount of waste. It's still product that doesn't need to go down. So then I started I grabbed a little one, and I cannot believe how aware I am now of how much I'm even putting on my sponge. And it makes me feel good. Like when I'm doing my dishes, it actually makes me feel good because I feel like I learned a lesson, and that elevates my energy. So I didn't mean for this to be a long vlog. It became long, but I think there's a lot of lessons, if you listen to it, that can be learned, and everything starts with awareness, and then awareness expands. Little actions like giving things away become bigger than what they are if you allow your spirit to shine through while doing that. When I say your spirit to shine through, what I'm really saying to you is, if you, that good feeling that you feel, that's your spirit saying thank you for decluttering. Now I can walk into the closet and pick, oh, I want that, I want to wear that, that feels good today. I can see things, there's energy, there's movement now. It's not cluttered and stuck and clogged. Love you guys. Bye.